Welcome to another edition of the Roadrunner Review, the 30-minute magazine show that features Metro State sports and their highlights from the past month.
Playing to catch you up on from our men's and women's soccer team gearing up for the playoffs, our cross-country teams battling for RMAC supremacy, and even a little basketball. Time to bring you all the exciting action here on the Roadrunner Review.
Thanks for hanging out with us on the highest grossing Metro State sports show on altitude. I'm Kevin All, and right here next to me, Peter Aragon, who's going to join me to bring you everything that is Metro State sports. But before we do, we send it out to beautiful Paula Ruelas for all the updated Roadrunner news with a new hairstyle.
Thanks, guys, and hello, Metro. Well, with the leaves falling outside, that means just one thing. Pumpkin spice lattes, baby. All right, well, maybe more like 2 or 3. But that also means that basketball season is almost here, and we have some exciting news from both our men's and women's basketball teams. We'll start with some preseason rankings, as Division Bulletin has both our Roadrunner teams ranked 5th in the top 25 Division II polls. The men's team is coming off an Elite 8 run from last season, while the women reached the Sweet 16 in Wayne, Nebraska. So high expectations for Metro State and the basketball programs. Sticking with hoops, senior center Jonathan Morse was selected to the preseason All-America team this past month. The 6'8" Boulder native is coming off a stellar junior campaign in which he was named RMAC all first season and averaged 10 points and 8 rebounds per game. And finally, if you haven't checked out GoMetroState.com lately, then where in the world have you been? The website has a brand new spiffy design set up to bring you videos, player profiles, scores, schedules, and everything you need to know about Metro State sports. That's going to do it for the news. Back to the fine-looking gentleman at the desk.
Thanks, Paula. Beautifully done. And Peter, with Basketball Rider in the Corner, don't forget you can check out GoMetroState.com for the Coach Javi and Coach Clark show. Eric Lansing goes one-on-one with the coaches about the past weekend and what's coming up this following weekend.
Absolutely, Kevin. I can't wait for the season to start. But first things first, our women's soccer team is riding a 3-game winning streak, which included big-time wins over Colorado Mines and Fort Lewis. But to the start of October, Door Diggers came to Denver with a little revenge. Okay, technically it's the last day of September, but both teams fighting for the top spot in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. Mines with an early chance, Becca Morales with a point-blank shot hits the bottom of the crossbar and somehow stays out of the goal. So we're still scoreless. Then the Spitfire Tristan Sharp down the left side gets bullied to the ground. That's in the box, and Metro gets a penalty kick. The conference's leading scorer, Carissa Price, will take it. She fires and misses wide right. Price was not happy at all. Now that the second half, Price looking to redeem herself, sends in the ball, and Beckham couldn't even bend it any better. And check out the celebration. She's fired up. Mile-high salute. Metro up 1-0. Just seconds left to go. Mines on the corner. Nichio Cusack puts it back in the box, but all-conference defender Haley Ranko sends it away, and Metro hangs on for the 1-0 victory. And they enter the top 25 for the first time this season, coming in at number 16.
After a 4-0 thumping of CSU Pueblo, the Runners took on 23rd ranked Regis at Regis University. Rangers strike first. Marissa Davis on the set piece finds Danielle Daganakis on the one-hopper, and she heads it over Jordan Simpkins to grab the early 1-0 lead. Metro's set piece raw from the corner finds Nicole Pollock. Now that's using your noggin. The junior cashes in and ties the game at 1. Heading down the final 10 minutes of the game, Sharp making a charge. Now hold up there. Hit that pause button. Check out the height differential. Sharp is 4'11". Her defender Taylor White, she's 5'11". But that doesn't bother Sharp. Roll the video. She taps it past the keep for her first collegiate goal and a 2-1 win over the ranked Rangers. Sharp talks about coming up big, and we use that term lightly for the freshman.
Yeah, it's a great day for all of us. I'm pumped right now because I got my first goal, so it's a nice and exciting day for me.
And take us through that goal.
Well, Tess played a perfect ball in behind, great, because she knows that I don't really win the ball there. She just played on the ground right to my feet, so it's good because it's perfect setup. So if I missed, I probably would have been kind of upset at myself.
The Roadrunners made it 7 straight after a crushing 5-0 win over Colorado Christian in Lakewood. But then Coach Alvarez and the crew fell on some tough times, dropping back-to-back games to New Mexico Highlands and Colorado Mesa on the road.
They also tied Adams State, and Metro fell out of the top 25 rankings. It also dropped the Runners out of first place in the RMAC, while looked to get back on track against New Mexico Highlands, this time in the friendly confines of Auraria Field. The home team looking to grab some redemption from that 2-1 loss to Highlands just a few weeks ago. This game would play out a bit differently than the first one. Corey Hubbard goes top shelf, but Simpkins gets a hand on that shot, goes off the crossbar, and the senior keep collects it safely, and that's about as dangerous as Highlands would get all game. Now for some Metro chances, and there were plenty. Price centers and finds the foot of Abby Rolfe, and it deflects off the keep and in for the 1-0 lead. It was Rolfe's third goal of the season. Carly Nelson left all alone, and she completes this top shelf chance, now 2-0. Check out this play. Price goes nutmeg on Molly Endenbach and easily beats the keep. I think you'll be seeing this play later on the show. Hintity hint hint. That was Price's second goal, and now let's look at number 3. Price goes left foot past the keep for her second hat trick of the season. Sometimes you gotta live Moss as Metro stampedes the Cowgirls 8-0.
On to the season finale, and it was senior day for 5 Roadrunners. Simpkins, Frondi, Newland, Renko, and Perino played their last regular season game for Metro, but hoping that it won't be the last home games, they took on UC Colorado Springs for a chance to host a playoff game. Metro chance second half still scoreless. Abby Rolfe from 30 yards out, a collision and the ball goes in, but a foul was called. Both players would be okay. Mountain Lions into the box, puts a header on the net, but Simpkins is right there keeping the game scoreless. Mountain Lions again. This ball goes past Simpkins, Hannah Levitt right there to put it in, but misses just left, and a big chance goes for naught, and we're heading into overtime. All Metro needs is one lucky bounce, and here it is. Bondi rips in the shot, it bounces off a defender into the net, and the Roadrunners win the game 1-0 and will host a first-round match with Colorado Mesa at Auraria Field.
Here are the final RMAC standings brought to you by the Regency. They would end up in a tie with UCCS for third place, finishing their conference schedule with a 9-3-2 mark. We mentioned Metro will host the Mavericks from Colorado Mesa, and in their only matchup of the season, the Mavs defeated the Runners 1-0 in Grand Junction. Make sure you tune in to GoMetroState.com for highlights from that RMAC tournament. Coming up next, our men's team looks to make an amazing playoff run of their own, so stay close, the Roadrunner Review is just getting started.
The Roadrunner Review is brought to you by its proud sponsors, Panorama Orthopedics and Spine Center. From sports injuries to spine injuries to total joints for arthritis, they are in your neighborhood caring for your injuries. Located at 3 convenient locations, Golden, Littleton, and Thornton.
We knew you'd be back, and what a great time to do so as our men's soccer team had their hands full in the month of October. They took on an always tough Colorado Mines team, the number 3 team in the nation in Regis University, and a surprising team in UC Colorado Springs.
So a tough schedule indeed, and we start things off with the battle against Carl Mines at home. Mines came in ranked 23rd in the nation, and they looked to sweep Metro in the season series. The Roadrunners putting on the pressure early, loose ball in front of the net, Arubula with the shot, but that just misses over the crossbar. Coming right back, Mines and the RMAC's leading scorer, Taysho Akindele, runs in alone, but Shaylor Thomas saves that chance coming off his line. Mines from midfield. He goes over the top to Ogun Mudede, who taps it past Shaylor Thomas for the 1-0 advantage. Second half, Metro corner now, Andy Lopez with the header, but sent it to Auraria Parkway. Mines holding on to that slim 1-goal lead. Hughes has a header chance, but Mines keeper Manville Strand all over it. Akindele receives this pass from Garvey, and he makes it 2-0 late in the game, and the Ore Diggers win by that final, taking the season series.
After the loss to Mines, Metro then hit the road where they whomped Colorado Christian 7-0, but couldn't make it 2 in a row, dropping a 3-0 match to CSU Pueblo. Head coach Ken Parsons hoped to turn things around against the number 3 team in the nation in Regis University. Time for a flashback, and no DeLorean is needed. In their previous meeting, the Rangers stuck it to Metro at Auraria Field, scoring 4 goals and shutting out the Roadrunners. Tough match to swallow. Back to real time now, and it looked like there would be another beatdown as Logan Miller finishes on the Taylor DM pass in front of the net. But Metro wasn't going to be shut out again. Kevin Pacalico connects on a sweet pass to Dania Rubla, and we are knotted up at 1 apiece. The tie would last all but 10 seconds as Adam Termolin beats Thomas to retake the lead. Metro chance with 4 minutes left, Jeremy Brooks on the header, great save by Christian Nicolosi. But the rebound is there for Arubla, who finishes, and we're all tied up as we head into free soccer. First few minutes of overtime, Garrett Sight centers. Thomas can't reach the ball, and Mark Kelly makes him pay, and the Rangers escape this game by a final of 3-2.
The Runners gained some much needed confidence from that match with Regis, and will go on to go 2-0-1 in the next matches, which include a 4-out blowout against Colorado Christian and Adams State in Alamosa. With the 2 games left on the schedule, Metro looked to gain some much-needed points to try and clinch a first-round home match in the RMAC tournament. Just days after beating the Grizzlies, Adams State came into Denver to try and change the end result for this game. But freshman phenom Arubla would have a say in the outcome. Check out the great play. Hughes receives a pass, sends the ball into the air on the header, and Arubla comes flying in to finish with a header of his own, and the Runners jump on the scoreboard first. Galan sends in the service to Hirschberger, who taps it down and fires on the second touch, and Metro goes up 2-0. The goal by Hirschberger matches Arubla with the team lead at 10. Well, Arubla decides to change all that up, scoring 2 more goals in the game, pushing his total out to 12 and leading his team to a 6-0 drubbing of the Grizzlies. Arubla's hat-trick is the first by a freshman since 2004, when Philip Owen achieved the feat. The win sets up the season finale with UC Colorado Springs, and the winner gets to host a first-round action in the RMAC tournament.
With the regular season finale comes senior day for 4 Roadrunners, Shaylor Thomas, Issei Bissau, Mark Hirschberger, and Jeremy Brooks all being celebrated with their great efforts on the field as well as in the classroom. It was also Parents Appreciation Day, so Metro trying to keep those emotions in check as they took on the Mountain Lions in a playoff-like game. Brandon Vogue-Pacty point blank on Bissau, but no dice. The keep comes up big to keep the game scoreless. Hirschberger beats his defender, beats the keep, and finds a streaking Arubla who doesn't miss here, and the home team grabs that all-important first goal. Mountain Lions come right back, the service goes in, it takes a bounce, and Bissau uses the quick hands to punch it away. Great save by the senior. Moments later, set-piece chance, Sebastian Hertzberg sends it in, Bissau misses it, and it goes off Brooks into the net for an own goal. We're tied up at 1. This one goes into overtime. Carlos Mendez centers the ball to Dustin Berg, who takes a couple of touches, fires, and it goes through the legs of Brandon Costa, and Metro State takes the win. Grabs those 3 important points and will be home for the first round of the conference tournament. What an exciting way to end the regular season.
And here are those final standings in the RMAC. The thrilling finish gives Metro the 3rd seed in the tournament and will take on the defending national champions in Fort Lewis College in the first round at Auraria Field. Check out GoMetroState.com for the highlights as the road to the RMAC Championship runs through Regis.
Still ahead on the show, we'll bring you all the great goals and spectacular spikes and top plays. But coming up next, head coach Debbie Hendricks is looking for players to step up and lead this team to the promised land. Find out who takes the reins. You may be surprised who it is. Don't go anywhere.
The Roadrunner Review would like to thank its sponsors, Jason's Deli. Real food is fresh, higher quality, more flavorful, less processed, and naturally better tasting. Get real food at any Jason's Deli location. And the Boulder Broker Inn, a proud partner and preferred hotel for Metro State Athletics.
Welcome back. Now for our volleyball team, who has had its highs and lows thus far in the 2012 season, but they are right in the thick of things to earn a spot in the conference tournament.
That's right, Peter. Metro State's volleyball team is in a dogfight for seeding in the postseason tournament, and one of those players who will be leading the way is senior outside hitter Amy Wong. And Wong slams that one down beautifully. Amy Wong has the Roadrunners right in the mix for a conference playoff berth. She has made an immediate impact, ranking 3rd on the team in kills and 2nd on the team in digs, despite playing a position she has never attempted at the college level.
This has been so much fun. Getting to be an outside hitter is amazing because you get to live the dream. That's what I tell everybody. You get to be the person who scores the points.
You know, the tricky part for Amy is that she hasn't been at this level. She hasn't been in the RMAC, so there's a little bit of an unknown for her, but Amy knows exactly what it means to be a competitor.
Wong has been somewhat of a journeyman in her collegiate career. She started at Virginia Commonwealth University, then transferred to the University of New Mexico, and finally made her way to the Mile High City to earn her master's in accounting.
I learned that Richmond was not for me, and it only took 6 months to do that. I had 2 very good friends at University of New Mexico, and that's one of the reasons why I went there. They had a great volleyball program, and it felt more at home being in the desert and back close to Arizona. I would like to work for the FBI and be a special agent.
The Arizona native brings all her experience to a Roadrunner team that lost 6 seniors last season. Wong came to Denver in a rare situation as a senior transfer, having to quickly become a team leader with her brand new teammates.
I mean, she has a really strong personality, just like a lot of the girls on our team. But I think she's intimidating because she's had so much experience and she just knows so much, and she's a go-getter in everything.
With that knowledge paired with her 5 years of collegiate volleyball experience and her leadership qualities both on and off the court, Wong has her team primed and ready for a deep tournament run.
We'll pick things up in mid-October as the Roadrunners hosted Fort Lewis College. First set, Alyssa Heath crushes it from the left side. She would have the match of a lifetime in this one. Kristen Steffen with the spike. Savannah Garcia can't handle it, but Alex Green makes an incredible diving dig to keep the play going. Great defense by the junior. Dalia Whitaker finishes off the set with this smash. Runners take it 25-22 and hit 359. Skyhawks coming out flying in set 2, block at the net, and they take an early 3-point lead, but Metro busted out to hit 432. FLC can't block this Heath kill, and then Heath again just nails this one. The Division I transfer tallies a career-high 21 kills and hits 741, which is second all-time in Metro history. Do we have to show you set 3? Heck yeah! Lauren Keanu blasts one through the defense, and the Roadrunners sweep Fort Lewis to move up in those RMAC standings.
The following night, Colorado Mesa came to town sporting an impressive 7-5 mark in conference play, looking to match Metro's 8-4 record even with a win. First set action, Keanu, not in my house as she blocks a shot from the right side. Freshman Kylie Hahn can't be stopped from the left side, and Metro goes up 1-0. Second set now, Wong pinpoints this kill right on that back line, then it's Hahn again. She has the power! Runners go up 2-0. The Mavericks respond, recording 6 blocks in set 3, cutting their deficit in half. But like a good neighbor, Kylie Hahn is there as she finished with a career-high 15 kills, leading her team to the big conference win.
From one big match to another, the Roadrunners traveled a few miles to their inner-city rivals, Regis University. First set, Michaela Higgins powers this one down to grab the first set 25-20. Regis goes up 2-0. This time they go to their middles. Lauren Flanagan finishes strong past the defense, but Metro would rally. Hahn with the block. Runners grab set 3, 25-17. Fourth set, Whitaker slams down one of her career-high 16 kills, and we're heading to the 5th set. Lauren Keanu reaches the ceiling on the kill, and we're tied at 14. But Katie Brill finished off Metro 16-14, giving Regis a 3-2 win.
Here are the standings in the RMAC, brought to you by the Hilton Garden Inn. You can see that the top 4 teams are separated by just 1 game. Metro finished November with 4 regular season games left, including a big date with Colorado Mines at home on November 3rd at the Auraria Event Center.
Don't go anywhere. We go in-depth and in person with head coach Kim Parsons as we mic him up for an entire game. We're coming right back here on the Roadrunner Review.
Come on, get back in!
We're back here on the Roadrunner Review, and for those who love basketball, make sure to check out America1.com to watch all the men's and women's basketball games. But for now, we're going to send it back over to Paula Ruelas with some cross-country updates.
Hello again. Well, the men's and women's cross-country teams used the regular season to get fit, get conditioned, and to get ready for that postseason. Well, guess what time it is? The Roadrunners competed at the RMAC Championships in Colorado Springs, but did have one more tune-up race as they hosted the Metro State Invite at Wash Park in Denver. Women first, and the ladies getting loose for the 6K race. Fire that gun and we're ready to rock. Freshman Janelle Links led the way for the team as she has done all season long. She crosses the finish line 7th in a time of 24 minutes and 2 seconds. Elijah Erickson, sister of former Roadrunner great Iger Erickson, was the next Metro runner to finish, coming in at 27th place. The women's team finished 2nd overall out of 7 teams. Now for the men. And junior Kirk Harvey continued his breakout season, hanging with the leaders for most of the race until he decided to pass them and completes the race as the top collegiate finisher and finished 2nd only to an unattached guy who probably runs for a living. He finished the 8K race in 26 minutes and 20 seconds. Nick Cadlick crosses the line 7th overall. The men's team finished 3rd out of 7 teams. Now it's time for those RMAC championships. We'll start with the gentlemen this time, and the top 5 runners earned points toward the final results. There's Iger Erickson doing his best Russell Crowe impersonation as Gladiator was in full form cheering on his team. Harvey once again hanging with the big boys for most of the race. He would finish 16th overall and earn all RMAC 3rd team honors. Cadlick completes the race in 29th place, and Kellen Faulkner came in at 39th. The team as a whole finished tied for 5th. Now for the ladies, and Lynx carried the team and battled with the nation's best runners. The Thornton native completed the race with an impressive 13th place finish, while Erickson came in at 34th place. The team finished 6th overall. Great job by head coach John Supsick and the runners, but the work is far from finished. The team will compete at the South Central Region Championships at Willis Case Golf Course in Denver on November 3rd. Make sure you check out GoMetroState.com for highlights from that race and interviews from Coach Supsick on how his team fared. We have Coach Parsons mic'd up next, so you best come back.
Thanks for coming back. You know, anyone who's familiar with men's soccer is quite familiar with head coach Ken Parsons and his enigmatic personality off and on the field.
That's right, Kevin. We always get a great chuckle from his fiery tirades and quirky comments. Well, we bring you even closer into the world that is Coach Ken Parsons as we mic'd him up for an entire game. Enjoy.
Careful what you say. I'm mic'd up for this game.
Careful what you say.
I'll be fine. Do me a favor and play well, and that way it's going to be we can keep it G-rated today. See, Mendez?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be getting some airtime today. I feel like such an invasion of my privacy. All right, boys. Boys, let's get a result. Let's get back to 500 in the RMAC, and then we'll work our way from there. Let's go. Hey, Lopez, get closer to Shelly. Bicey, are we really going to let him turn there? Shelly, same channel. Come on, Brendan! Hirsch. Right? It's in front of him. Brendan's running back for it. Join it. Join it, Arubla. Join it, Arubla. Hey, back it at an angle low. Where's our central midfielders? Behrman, please go. Yeah, jeez. Jeez, Luis.
Jeez, Luis.
Oh, jeez. All this trouble, Behrman! Danny. Spank it at the back post. Tell Nolan to play it into your fate. Tell Nolan to play balls into your fate. I wish I had a UK accent. These sound bites would probably be better. Everybody's in a dangerous space and you missed them all. No! When the ball was played, you can't get in a situation where just because they're going to let you slop it up and play slow, it's still got to be at a high tempo. Hey, Calco, let's get some energy going in there, please. Where are we going, Behrman? Where are we going, Behrman? Let's serve a ball 45 feet in the air to Picalco and Pierce because I think they have a chance of getting to it. Like I said, I mean, we're working our way now. We're building up to the conference tournament here, okay?
You know you love it, but imagine if you did have a British accent.
You're pretty good.
It would have been awesome.
Now it's time for Top Plays, brought to you by Miller Coolers. We'll start with men's cross country and the great performance from the Metro State Invite. As junior Kirk Harvey blew away the collegiate competition, crossing on line first among college athletes and second overall, leading the team to third place finish.
We head to volleyball for play number 4, and it's Alyssa Heath who puts on a clinic against Fort Lewis College. The all-conference hitter pounded out a career-high 21 kills and hit an incredible 741. She just missed out on the Metro record set in 2010.
Had about 3 goals in play number 3. Carissa Price went off against New Mexico Highlands at home. Her second goal might have been her best as she just abuses the defender to finish past the keep, and on number 3, she beats a few defenders and the goalkeeper. Well, she has no chance, and gotta love the dive and the handshake. The sophomore finishes the season with 14 goals, and guess what? She's only a sophomore.
Well, we'll finish top plays with a couple game winners for UCCS. First up, the women. Aubrey Fondy down the right side, fires in this shot. It bounces off the defender into the goal, and Metro wins in double overtime. Metro earns the right to host the first round action in the RMAC tournament.
Same day, just hours later, this game also into overtime. Justin Berg blasts in a shot between the keeper's legs, and the freshman comes through with the golden goal, and there goes the shirt. The men's team also clinches a home game in the first round. Those are the top plays of October, brought to you by Miller Coolers. Miller Coolers wants everyone to remember to drink responsibly. Well, those are some fantastic top plays, and I can't wait to see some of the basketball top plays next month.
Well, with both our teams in the top 5 in the nation, can't wait to see what happens.
And remember to check out GoMetroState.com for everything you need to know about Metro State sports.
And make sure you check us out next month for more high-flying Metro State action. For the Roadrunner Review, he's Kevin Hall, she's Paula Russ, and I'm Peter Aragon. We'll see you next time.